back to my channel. I'm Magganisium. It's been so long since I'm actually uploading my second video on YouTube because I was busy with applications and things like that for the past month, so I wasn't able to upload. So I will be more consistent, hopefully, in uploading videos on my channel. So I apologise for acting unnatural in front of the camera because it is my first time talking in front of a camera, so I might not be very used to it for now, I guess, so bear with me. And so this video is just going to be me talking about who I really am, why I'm starting this channel, and what I hope to achieve on this channel. So my real name is actually Maggie, but from now on I will address myself as Magganisium because this name is so unique and original to me. So I need to first ask you a question before I actually explain why I call myself Magganisium. So what is the first thing that you study when you first study chemistry? I'll give you 2 seconds. Well, obviously the periodic table, right? The mighty periodic table. So when I looked at the element magnesium, and I was thinking, oh, actually that kind of sounds like my name. I could probably use it to create something very, very original. So Maggie and magnesium together becomes Magganisium. So that's how Magganisium was born, That's how it was created. It's completely original, completely unique. Nobody has used that name before, and nobody will, because I'm filing a patent for that name, so don't steal that name. That name is mine. So I'm originally from Hong Kong, and I'm a recent graduate of Newcastle University with a BSc in Biomedical Sciences. So I actually graduated with first honours, and I graduated with first of first, which means that I actually graduated as top student in my cohort. So I was actually top student for all 3 years of my university. Well, maybe not all 3 years, actually not for the first year. I actually came second in my first year, but because top student left, so I became first, I guess. So I'm top student for 3 years, I guess. So the reason I'm telling you that I came top student doesn't mean that I'm trying to boast, and that's definitely not the case. I'm not trying to tell you how academically excellent I am, but the reason I'm telling you this is because I want you to have that confidence in me and faith in me when I'm trying to offer you advice and tips related to university. I want you to be able to have faith in me, basically. But don't believe in what I say 100%, okay? Take it with a grain of salt, but it's always nice to hear about other people's opinions and experiences at university. I think it'll be nice, So I feel like I need to explain why I'm actually starting my YouTube channel. So I have 3 reasons why actually I'm starting my YouTube channel, and the first reason is because frankly I have nothing else better to do. So I'm currently out of education, I'm unemployed as well, so there really isn't much for me to do. So I was thinking, why not start a YouTube channel, I actually intended to do a master's this year, but because of COVID it didn't happen. I deferred my cancer MRes offer till next year. It's definitely not what I expected, but it is what it is, at the end of the day. We are living in the midst of a pandemic. There's nothing much that we can do. I don't really want to do a master's because, lectures are now being switched to online, and we're not even guaranteed that 6-month wet lab experience, which is crucial for the MRes degree. The entire point of doing a master's is actually to enjoy that 6 months wet lab experience. So if you're not able to enjoy it, what is the point of doing a master's, right? I actually know an MRes student last year who worked in the same lab where I was doing my research project as an undergrad. So he was he was supposed to be in the lab for 6 months, but 2 months in, COVID happened, and then he had to do a literature review or a dry project, basically. He didn't collect enough data to write his dissertation, so it was sad, really. It's not something that I want to be in, I don't want to do a literature review or a dry project. That's definitely not something I want, so I decided not to do an MRes this year. And the second reason is because frankly I've lost motivation ever since graduation, ever since I finished all my final year exams, I've graduated. I just felt unmotivated because I felt very uncertain about what's going to happen in life. I just didn't know where life would lead me to because I'm not doing an MRes right now, out of education, I'm unemployed, not doing anything productive. And I like being productive. I like being active, productive, and doing things, academic wise, but not being able to do that just makes me feel so unmotivated. I just felt out of place. I just felt like I wasn't doing anything important. I felt unworthy, essentially. So starting a YouTube channel basically gives me a goal to work towards too. So, I can film videos, I can edit videos. It's certainly a goal that I can work towards too, so I'm eager to start a YouTube channel. I feel like starting a YouTube channel gives me a purpose to live. It sounds kind of corny, I know, but it really gives me a goal to work towards too, and working towards a goal and being productive is something that I really want in life. And the third and final reason why I'm actually starting my YouTube channel is because I feel like YouTube opens a lot of doors, and you know, it opens up a lot of opportunities basically. I've seen a lot of YouTubers got like really good offers. I'm not talking about like ads, I'm not talking about sponsorships, I'm talking about academic wise. So academic wise, I feel like, you know, instead of me actively trying to apply for masters or PhD, why not let them come to me, you know? So one day if a researcher or a scientist comes across my channel, watches one of my videos and feel like I am the perfect candidate and they want to recruit me into their research team and things like that, you know, that would definitely be awesome and it would really save a lot of effort. So that is the thing that I'm trying to achieve in the long run. It's not something that I can achieve in the short term definitely, but I'm reaching out, you know, and I feel like I didn't realise how important social networking really is until I was applying for like postgrads. Like it just hit me, like it just made me realise how important it is to connect with supervisors and researchers, because you can easily be in the right place at the right time if you know the right people basically. Like I feel like I have the grades right now, it's safe to say I have achieved like to a certain extent academically, but I just don't know the right people, the right supervisors and the right researchers that can get me in the right place in the right time. So instead of me actively emailing them and not getting a response, why not let them come to me? Like I said previously, I graduated with a first, right? But you know, I'm still unemployed right now. It's really frustrating, I think. And I actually have concluded 3 reasons why I think I'm unemployed, okay? So the first reason is pretty obvious actually, because of COVID. A lot of people who are currently employed are now being unemployed. Their jobs are being cut, they're being sacked, so it's perfectly understandable, and obviously for graduates it is incredibly difficult because the job market is not looking ideal at the moment. Like, a lot of graduates can't find actually jobs, so it's really difficult actually, I think. And the second reason is because of my location. So I'm currently in Hong Kong, but I would actually like to find a job in the UK, in the long run at least, you know. But because I'm currently in Hong Kong, so a lot of employers and recruiters, they don't really want to engage with people who are currently not living in the UK or not inside the UK at least. So even if I have applied for jobs actively, they're not really responding to me. So it's really frustrating again. And let's not even talk about employment situation for lab jobs in Hong Kong, because Hong Kong doesn't care about science. Hong Kong doesn't care about STEM. So it's really frustrating, I would say, like, because Hong Kong is the place for people to do business and finance and things like that, so people don't really understand much about science. Even if they do understand it, they overlook science and they neglect science and they don't acknowledge that science is actually important, which is really frustrating. Partially why I'm starting a YouTube channel is because I want to be involved in scientific outreach. So if I can actually get people to understand more about science, understand the importance of science, and at least not overlook it, and if I can arouse your interest in studying science for a tiny little bit, then I think I have achieved so much, okay? And the third reason, actually, why I think I am unemployed is because I don't have much job experience. But it is really quite stupid in a way, I would say, that you expect a graduate to have had a lot of job experience or work experience, which isn't really possible unless you've taken a year out to do like placements or internships, which isn't quite possible for a graduate, I think. Like, the mindset, at least in the job market, is that in order to have a job, you must have had a job, which sounds kind of ridiculous to me, but it is what it is at the end of the day, you know. So let's look at the unemployment rate for Hong Kong and the UK. So the current unemployment rate for Hong Kong is 6.1% and for UK it is 4.1%. So for me personally, I don't think these unemployment figures really mean so much, because at the end of the day there are going to be jobs that are in high demand and there are going to be jobs that are in low demand, so you can't really justify the employment situation based on these figures. Like, for example, if you're working in healthcare, doctors, nurses, like COVID testing people, COVID testing staff, obviously you're going to be in high demand and you'll be very likely employed. But if you're working in like tourism, like hotel, retail jobs and catering, it's quite obvious that you will be likely unemployed. So I don't think you can entirely trust the figures, but you know, you can take it with a grain of salt, take it as reference, but don't believe it entirely, and don't base your life around the unemployment rate. So I understand that it is really, really tough times, you know, in the midst of a pandemic. Obviously, people who have jobs, they are probably going to be unemployed or are already unemployed, and for graduates, you know, it's really incredibly difficult for them to enter the job market, as I've previously said. And you know, for students, they're switching to like a new mode of learning. I guess online learning is the new normal right now. You know, whether it's effective or not, you know, I'm not going to comment on that, but you know, I still prefer face-to-face teaching, like the traditional way of learning, because I feel like in that way it gives me more motivation and gives me more opportunities to engage with lecturers and teachers or whatever, you know. I still prefer the old way of learning. I think some things can be digitalized and it can significantly improve life, but some things have to be face-to-face and, you know, interactions and things like that. But I would also like to encourage all of you who are watching, you know, don't lose hope, don't lose motivation right now. I know it's tough and difficult times, but just, you know, hang in there, things will be better, you know. We're all in this together. And, you know, at the end of the day, things will get better, but I'm not really sure when, you know, but eventually it will be better, you know. Together we will fight against this virus. Together we will win against this virus, so hang in there. And I would also like to talk about who inspired me to start my own YouTube channel. Okay, so the first one is Abdaal, so he is a doctor based in Cambridge. The second one is Jack Edwards, so he is a recent graduate of Durham University studying a degree in English literature. The third one is Gabrielle, who is a Cambridge University graduate studying a degree in natural sciences, and she's currently a master's student at UCL. And the fourth one is Elliot Choy, who is a student studying business in Vanderbilt University. So I'll link their channels in my description box down below, and hopefully you can check them out, you know, because they inspired me so much, you know, the way I think about things in life, you know, university life and things like that. They inspired me so much. Hopefully they can inspire you the same way they inspired me. So let's move on to what my channel is mainly going to be about. So like I said, I have 3 themes of my channel: science, university and vlogs. So for science, I'll definitely be talking about like what I did as a biomedical sciences student, what is biomedical sciences about, what can you do with a biomed degree, and you know, maybe throw some random scientific facts here and there, you know, just to keep you entertained really, and talk about my research as well. And for university, obviously I'm going to be talking about like university study tips and advice, what you should know about university, what to expect at university as well, like how to write first class essays, how to write first class dissertations, how to create first class posters and things like that. I'll also be talking about my experience at Newcastle University, and you know, my summer internship and my lab experience at university as well. So for vlogs, I'm definitely going to be showing you guys places that I find interesting, or just interesting things in life I'd like to share as well. And I think there's one thing I really need to point out about my channel, is that I hope that when you watch my videos you can actually benefit from watching my videos in some way, you know. I don't want you to be like, oh, I've just wasted 10 minutes of my life or 20 minutes of my life watching your videos, you know, I didn't gain anything from it. Like, that's the last thing I want to happen, okay? I want you to be able to actually learn something from watching my videos, whatever it may be, you know, whether it be like random scientific facts or just, you know, principles in life or just life advice, you know. I want you to take something home with you, essentially. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna throw some random scientific fact out there because I want you to learn something today, okay? So did you know that actually you can actually treat cancers with cells? So cellular therapy is a thing now, you know. It is like recently developed. You can actually use that to treat cancer instead of traditional radiotherapy, surgery or chemotherapy. So yeah, I'll be talking about my research project on cellular therapy or cancer immunotherapy in my next video, so stay tuned for that. So thank you very much for watching. If you've come this far, honestly, you know, I'm so thankful. Don't forget to like, comment and share my videos if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel because that would honestly mean the world to me. It gives me motivation to make more videos for you guys. So that's all I have to say today. Stay safe and goodbye.